Today I'm standing in a vineyard of wine grapes up on Mission Peak in Fremont. People have been raising wine grapes up in this general vicinity ever since the Spanish first set up Mission San Jose. Most of the vineyards are gone, but there's still one, maybe about 2 acres I think, that's left up here. It's private. They don't distribute wine, but they have me come in every year and tend to the grapevines. So I thought I'd give you a shot at taking a look to see how we spur prune a grapevine. We have a Cabernet Sauvignon wine grapevine. This is a European wine grape. Most European grapes, whether they be seedless table grapes or whether they're wine grapes, most of them are usually trained to what's called a spur prune. That means when I go in here, I'm going to start cutting at wood, but I will leave at least 2 buds on last year's growth on every one of the fixtures on this plant that we call a spur. Okay, so a little bit of grape anatomy. This right here is the trunk. Coming from the trunk, we have 2 branches going either side, referred to as cordons. Step back here, there you can see the trunk, and then the cordons supported on the wires. And then coming up off the top of all those cordons, we have spurs that support the shoots. I have full growth from last year on this grape at the moment. And so I'm about to go in here and begin to cut back last year's growth. Right here, I have a spur that grew last year. I'm now counting 1, 2 buds up the spur. I'm cutting the stem off. Here I have a second growth that came out of the same spur. I'm going to cut this to a single bud. Now what that's going to do is that's going to create a shoot over here that will become this spur next year. So that's a renewal spur right there. Next we move on down the way here and we just continue. Take off wood down to 2 buds. Alright, now in a case like this here. Okay, so in this case you'll see I have 1 shoot coming here, I have another shoot coming right here. That was last year's renewal shoot, and so I'm going to cut that to a 2-bud spur. I'm going to reach underneath the wire here and I'm going to cut off the rest of this so these spurs that we have don't continue branching outward endlessly. We have to draw them back in. Cut this one off here, one there, right there. Okay. Spur here. There we go. Very simple. A finished spur prune. Here you see the entire row that I have just finished. Over here I have the entire rest of the vineyard undone, and you can see the shoots sticking up all over the place. Fruit of the vine, when you're gonna let me get sober? Leave me alone, let me go home, let me go back and start over. Bottle of wine. Ah yes, nothing like a little bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon, right? Mm-hmm.